that non-striker has got to be closer to the stumps to get a better perspective as to line and all of those issues.
Absolutely spot on. Ian Bishop in the game and a professional era where they talk about...
I don't want to waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the
highways, 1% in fitness and training and fielding. They obviously haven't done much review of the women's game. It hasn't been around, so it's all new to us, but that's something that they've got to take on board. You're going to wait a long time for your first game. You may as well start with a bit of action, and that was certainly Matthews is ticking.
She's storming off as quickly as Ian Bishop stormed into the commentary box to get his point across. What Leanne Kirby was also thinking back in mind is I've got to back up. I've got to try this rotation of strike. You could see her straight away as it hit the pad. She was ready to go, so that was her main thought in changing from game 1 to 2.
No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls.
It's been a great day for the openers. Both the England openers got a duck. Annie Wyatt with a first ball duck. Hayley Matthews with a first ball duck. Look away now, Hayley Matthews in that dressing room. Look away. Kirby as well. When you go in, stay clear.
Let's have a look at this from Hayley Matthews too. The angle of her back coming across the line of this ball. It's a very big shot, very first delivery. Talked about the shadows going across the pitch. She knows Baig gets good away swing.
Very, very good start. Outstanding. 1 for 1.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number,
bit of swing, and it didn't swing after that, to be honest.
to see the horizon.
The big thing for me is if she's going for this bigger shot, in her mind she knows it's pitching outside leg. So if that's the case, you then refill it straight away.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways. And on.
So Matthews gone. Kirby has to rebuild with Taylor and Dottin and Campbelle, etc. Only a batting there.
One thing I do know about the West Indies at the moment, I think they're a little bit peeved the fact that a lot of people saying that this is the easier pool, meaning that they're not going to be knocking on semi-finals door. So they want to prove a point here, the West Indies.
Round arm action that. Good fielding. Keep an eye on that. Anam has been good for them in the last year or so. Her stats are excellent. Bowled well in the warm-up game as well. A little bit round arm, so I wouldn't expect her with a new ball to grip many. LBW and bowl drag on cutting will be an issue.
A lot of the West Indian players use the bail to mark their crease line, whether it's leg. Now, of course, you can't use the bails on the stumps because they're the zinger bails. They light up, so they don't want to smash them. So the umpire will always have an extra one in the pocket.
Very expensive, those zinger bails. Okay, this is my point about our action. Again, communication. That stuff Ian Bishop talked about. Communication. Where's she bowling from? Look at the wide arm. And that's going to come in. It's not going to grip. New ball. Be careful cutting anything too straight. It's gone away, and the outfield is very quick here. I think that's 4. It's definitely 4 now.
Probably knew it was going to race away and get to the boundary, but I watched very closely, the Pakistan side warming up with the fielding. They were up and about. And there was definitely a sign of improvement since the 2018 World Cup in the West Indies, just in the way in their foot movement to the ball, their diving ability, the slide, the roll dive. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they can put it into play.
And again, but this time, someone at 45.
That I look at Sri Lanka, and I think if they'd taken their catches against New Zealand and against Australia, there could be a surprise packet sitting at the top of the pool in Pool A.
Yeah, spot on. Pakistan historically haven't been at the top of the tree with their fielding. That's why you were looking in their direction today. I do with some of the sides. Sri Lanka after the first game, I looked how was their training, how was their fielding drills. Gets it through. Yeah, good shot. Taylor is a high-class player. Not a disaster to have her in early. You want your best players in early. 11 for 1.
The difference between the approach from Taylor and Kirby is that Taylor on her two deliveries has gone with a reasonably straight line bat off the front foot and the back foot. Kirby tried to cut against horizontal bat against the ball. It was angled back in, which makes it so difficult.
Go through, and as Mel has been saying, everyone's saying Group A is stronger. It has 3 of the top 4 ranked sides in women's T20 cricket. Lovely pick up, but straight to the fielder.
I think though what the West Indies are saying is, hang on a minute, we won this tournament in 2016. We've got world-class, sort of that X-Factor style player that can come in and just take a game away from you at any stage. They played in the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup at home. They haven't had the best of run since that World Cup, but the most amount of games played in T20 International, 750 amongst this squad.
And they've got the gang back together, and the injured players are back in. Just need to get on a roll. The reason their stats went in the wrong direction, they had 2 or 3 injuries. The players were left out. Got to recover from that early loss. Well, you spoke about it now. 2016 Kolkata, great scenes for the West Indies, men and women.
And this is gone up in the easy catch in the end. Straight into the hands of Natasha McLean.
Ground game, they saw a lot of rain, but they came out in their droves. Diana was brilliant, and then the final in Antigua. All ready to bat Deandra Dottin instead of bowl. Been bowling in the net, still hasn't bowled in the T20 International for some time due to that shoulder injury.
Single. Yeah, going back to Deandra Dottin, who was noticeable in that last game. She wasn't throwing at all in the deep. She'd chase the ball down and then relay it, pass it on to someone else. And sides will pick up on that unless her arm, her shoulder improves. The old-fashioned club cricket one for the arm. It's definitely with her. Up in the air. This will take some catching. Very tough. I think it's going to land safe. Oh, it is in the end. A difficult chance. 3 women converged. None of them could take the catch. 15 for 1.
Kirby. It was one of those ones where the keeper's running back, and so often it's you want to try and get the keeper with the ball in hand at the last minute. Nawaz realised that she wasn't in the play, but Anwer certainly was.
After dropping the catch, he's been rewarded with the ball. See if he can make up.
Took 12 against Bangladesh in the warm-up game. The missed opportunity. Remember, the wind is blowing from left to right, because I think that was why Nawaz probably thought it initially that she might have had the chance with the gloves on.
So that wasn't an easy catch in this swirling wind. And also sky at this time, light blue, white ball out of it. It's not an easy sky to catch. See a white ball coming out of that, so there are some reasons for that drop.
What I did love was the intent though. You could see it taking off straight away, and she covered the ground really quickly. Sometimes when the sky is that high, you can just see fielders just hanging back a little bit going, oh, do I want to get anywhere near it? Those backgrounds that you love to hear about. She started off very, very young playing street cricket, then progressed an early teenager into tape ball cricket, and then picked up hardball cricket when she was 18 years of age. In comparison to a lot of players within this competition, started hardball reasonably late in her career.
Mid off, that will run away for 4.
This was clubbed through the offside from Kirby. You get the sense that she likes to get that horizontal blade through, whether it's a short pitch ball or reasonably full pitch ball. That might be something that the Pakistan bowlers can just try and work away at.
Well, we teased you earlier, talking about the World Cup win in 2016. Here it is.
Could be a run out, should be a run out, not a run out, and the winning runs. Good timing from an overthrow, and the West Indies, for the first time in their history, have won the Women's ICC World T20 title.
Up and over. That will be 4 more, bit floaty. What a year 2016 was for West Indies cricket. Under 19, they won their World Cup. The men won it, remember the name. And the women won it as well. Brilliant year.
Haven't seen celebrations to match. Yet, Nas, maybe March 8 International Women's Day, whoever's playing off in the final, send them a little bit of a challenge.
Good over for the West Indies. 10 from it, 25 for 1.
It's almost like a carbon copy of the game between England and Thailand earlier this afternoon. The wicket falling right at the top of the innings.
Two different styles of player there. Stefanie Taylor, a lot of touch and class. Kirby, a little bit more power, strength. As you can see with a shot like that, this should be taken. Yeah, no mistake on that occasion. Baig has two. West Indies have lost two. No doubting that one.
And this is the undoing of Kirby. We've spoken about it, the angled bat. It's not horizontal, it's not vertical. It's that angled 45 degrees. The sun is set now to take any kind of issues of the sun into the eyes out of the equation. Maneva takes the catch. Diana, she gets her second wicket in the West Indies. And now 25 for 2.
As with the England game earlier, 2 early wickets and then 2 very experienced high-class players arrive at the crease. It's Taylor and Dottin for the West Indies, and they need to rebuild. It's a bit of a hack, isn't it? It's a bit of a thrash. I was trying to compare Stefanie Taylor with Kirby. There's no comparison really. One just picks up the bat and belts it. No mistake with the catch on that occasion.
Dottin didn't have the greatest of starts to this tournament against Thailand, got run out for 2 in the first game for the West Indies. Has an opportunity this evening. And it's that kind of shot there. That the West Indies top order needs to try and bring into their own game. Stefanie Taylor can realise that she's not going to get a
Sides will learn as well. If Kirby stays at the top of the order, what every side watching will be, don't pitch it up floating. If you pitch it up slow, she will hit through the line like that. What you need to do is bowl it into the pitch, slightly shorter, and then, as you say, it becomes a bit of a hack and a cross bat shot, and that's when she gets herself into trouble. Something she's going to have to work on. If you watch these two bat, hope it's not a kiss of death, but they play the ball when it's short with a horizontal, when it's full with a vertical. Even though it's T20 cricket, still the simples and basics of the game. Or a hack. Get in your crease, very smart. When you're playing Pakistan, they're switched on. Just watch the keeper.
Dottin has strode to the crease, as I mentioned, just got 2 in the first game. Her first 2 shots played have been play and misses, but big shots. First was off the back foot. That's a very difficult shot to play against a moving ball. the front foot, looking to go big down the ground. Yes, we know she's got the fastest ever 100 in World T20 cricket, just 38 balls. Looks as if she wants to do it again.
Very good from Diana Baig. She has impressive figures of 3 overs, 2 for 6. It's 26 for 2.
Poonam Yadav at the top of the tree in the fantasy scorecard. Nat Siva in there now. As well. Balls that they accumulate, they'll try to minimize that as much as possible, particularly as they get into the middle overs of this batting effort.
Keeper's just coming up, just putting a helmet on. I think she suspects that Deandra Dottin's got the potential to try and come down the pitch, so that's the reason that the wicket keepers come up, to try and contain her.
We've talked about it all day. Finding timing and gap finding very difficult. The other good thing about the keeper standing up to the stumps against Ahmad, because it's real medium pace and in swing, you'd like to bat out of your crease so that you negate her swing. But now with the keeper up to the stumps, Dottin has to go back and straddle the crease line. Off the mark, and will keep the strike. 28 for 2.
That was a much better shot from Deandra Dottin, just playing with a straight bat. That's going to be what she needs to. Overs. Realised 28 for the West Indies, 28 for 2. It's an indication from the umpire that the power play overs are done. So now there can be 4 fielders outside of the circle. Yes.
I get the feeling Dottin is played.
And Dottin, who struggled in playing shots, is held out down at long on.
Well, the Pakistani players are ecstatic. Deandra Dottin has played into their hands. Nita, only her second ball. Good catch. Down on the boundary, you can see the thrill. On the faces of the Pakistan players, not so much in that gentleman's face. Deandra Dottin, again, not troubling the scorers hardly at all. She's out for 1. West Indies are 28 for 3. Campbelle, she's the new batter for the West Indies. Big job ahead of her. I'm just going to keep talking for a minute because I'm just letting Ian Bishop's blood pressure just reduce ever so slightly. Safe shot down the ground. She just couldn't contain herself. Down on one knee. Terrific catch. It was a very well taken catch. It was moving. A big job for Stefanie Taylor here to rebuild the innings, really. Nice shot caressed through the covers. That's the end of the 7th over. It's 30 for 3. Taylor, she's going to be the mainstay of the West Indies innings just currently. She'll need to have a good partnership with Campbell.
And Amin starts with a wide, and cricket's own MJ. CML, what have you got for us?
Well, I've broken your land speed record, Ian Bishop, to get into the commentary box to talk about this. Back of a length to Dottin to start with, 4 of them, and all massive, massive shots. And then the team wicket, full, set up, player on the boundary, takes the simple catch. Brilliant work from Pakistan. Frustrating though from a West Indian perspective, because so much of the talk would have been about strike rotation, getting yourself in, allowing yourself some time to breathe before, as we know Deandra Dottin can go big. Give yourself a little bit of time.
I suppose you're picking your spots as well. She lost her shape on it, with the ball not spinning, the easier shot, Mel, and Debbie would probably have been to go over mid-off instead of trying to take on long on. So that is the thing that I think Dottin will look back with regret on.
Do you need a big 6-over cover to get yourself into your innings, I suppose, is the big question now for Deandra Dottin and the West Indies, is how do you best get into your innings so that you can then contribute to the team total?
I think she needs the person down the other end to remind her every single ball, to be perfectly honest. I think that's something that the West Indies could look at. Is that they probably need to help Deandra Dottin with this return.
What? 32 for 3. Baig 2 for 6. She was excellent. Got Hayley Matthews and swung the ball quite nicely, which we knew she would do.
Indeed we did. That's beautifully played. Campbell just caressed that backwards a point. It shows that you don't need to thrash at the ball, do you, Bish? You just need to play each ball on its merits, and you can caress the ball rather than try and thump it.
Much of batting is about timing and placement. These two added 53 unbeaten. When they
Taylor, she's just waiting for the ball, beautifully balanced again, not thrashing it. That's the end of 9 overs, and it's 39 for 3. Taylor and Kirby, they put on 25, but Taylor and Campbell, they're having to do a rebuilding job now.
Nice deflection, nice touch, should be 2. Our co-commentator with no one for company tries to get as far away from us plebs as possible when he's off comms. A lot of credit to Pakistan as well. I have found that they're an improved team over the last couple of years. In bowling has always been functional and workmanlike, but the batting group is starting to get scores and get the averages going in the right direction along with strike rates. Definitely have improved a lot, Pakistan, and continue to do so. Halfway mark of the innings, 4-3.
Well, if the West Indies go at this rate, they're going to fall well short of what you would think would be a good score. On a pitch like this and an outfield like this, they're halfway through their overs already. And they're already facing a dot ball percentage of around 60%, which is very similar to their first game. So there hasn't been much improvement there. Got to find a way to rotate the strike. Well played. Finding the placement and the gap, and with that boundary, we'll go down to Mel Jones and see where she is.
Thanks, that. Yeah, I've got one of the greats with me, Courtney Walsh. Courtney, DRS wasn't around when you or I were playing, and it's just coming into the women's game as well. How much has the team spoken about it in terms from a batting perspective when it happens and the players coming together in the middle?
We had a discussion on it, and that you got to trust your partner. As a striker, you probably should know who you are, and then have a word with the non-striker. If you're asking about this specific incident, I think we're a little bit slow in sort of going for it, which it's our fault. Then you should approach a little bit quicker because there's an element of doubt, and if you give there's an element of doubt, then go for it. I think Alleyne, with the experience, was a little bit too slow.
I also heard you having a chat to Ian Bishop before the game about the pitch and conditions and the like. How much of your role as a coach in working with your pace bowlers in particular is about just the conversations around cricket in comparison to the actual technique side of things?
Well, a bit about, I speak to them about what I think the wicket might do, how to go about it, what they can do, make suggestions to them, and they're happy with that on board. I try to sort of assess the conditions pretty early. I came down early and saw a couple of balls bowled by them. And I figured that I have made an assessment as how the wicket might play. And I've passed it on to them just for them to go out and assess now and then execute the suit.
There's a little bit of excitement around the West Indian women's cricket team because they've got a couple of bowlers out. And bowl around that 120, 125 kilometre an hour mark. I'd love to get your
limit.
If anyone can get them to 130, I'm sure it's you. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
We just heard from Courtney Walsh, the bowling coach of the West Indies, and he was talking about the non-referral from Hayley Matthews. Earlier on today, we had a look at it. It was a massive LBW appeal, first ball that she faced. It was given out LBW by the umpire Sean George. She didn't refer this. It's clearly pitching outside the leg stump. If she had referred it, she would possibly still be there, and the West Indies, of course, would have kept that review as well. So there's no danger of losing the review at all. And Bishop spoke, Nas, about communication between the two batters.
Yeah, and he also spoke about the non-striker and where she stands. Got to stand much closer to the stump so she's in a better line to help the standing batter. Listen, the women haven't only been doing it for a while. So I've seen men with the review system still running very wide and having to be told to run straighter. Or direct hit, and there's a struggle here. No, even with the throw to the keeper there was a struggle.
Just needed a good throw to the keeper. Looping it away would have been probably the way to go because she was so well short of her ground. Stefani Taylor was watching the ball, and eventually she gets in. But that's through a bit of luck. Very well bowled, and a risky single again, but this field allows him to go through. Baig is a very good fielder, it's unlike her. Tom bowled again, really getting it in the right areas, good bit of fielding. Nidada, her cricket has just gone from strength to strength as Nidada. She's worked so hard on the all-round game. They want the second run. And that's good calling on this occasion. It's a long throw out from the square leg boundary. The ladder used. To warm up, to get your feet all nimble.
They just got to help their keeper, and they have to throw it in on the bounce. 2 or 3 times the throwers come in, and she's just covering her eyes from those lights. Not easy.
Nancy, we're having a chat about the light and how they're a little bit low and difficult to see. How difficult is it with the sunset behind it as well?
I always found this the most difficult time to bat and field, actually the twilight period. When the lights take over completely and the dark sky, a white ball coming out of a dark sky is lovely. White ball coming out of this sky is lights, it's just a little bit awkward. 15 minutes time would be perfect time for catching, unless it goes straight in one of those lights.
It was very slow through the air, drawing her forward. And Claire Polasek looks like maybe wanting to go upstairs. Yes, she is.
We have a reference for stumping. It's a fair delivery. Side on replay, please. Foot is grounded behind the popping crease. Thank you. I am ready with my decision.
Clearly not out. Problem for Bismarck is, and the keeper, is that she's bowling so slowly. By the time it's got through to the keeper, the batter can get back. These are real lobs from Bismarck. It's not quite Poonam Yadav, but it's that sort of pace.
Generally keeps the runs down. Economy rate in her career is under 5 and over. Now next to bat, Shadeen Nation can hit the ball a long way. Oh, again, just struggling a little bit as to whether to come forward or not, or stay in the crease, and really not getting to the pitch of the ball. Chanel Henry, Affie Fletcher. That's when you start getting into the tail with Affie Fletcher, but Shadeen Nation can hit it a long way. Chanel Henry has worked a lot on her batting as well. She's done a lot of work with the ball too. She's herself into a good all-rounder.
Another point of where Ian Bishop says the non-striker should run and stand, not just DRS, but look how you can unintentionally get in the way at the other end. All these small 1%s that you have to concentrate on. That's hit hard leg side, maybe a single. Good fielding out there. 62 for 3 after 13.
Matthews the first to go. She was LBW very first ball. What a start this was for Pakistan. Over's gone already. No doubt Taylor is very crucial for the West Indies. Again, these two batted well together against Thailand. Oh, that was clipped in the air. She's just looking a little uncertain at the moment, Campbell. She batted well with Taylor in that first game. They saw things through to the close, and now today they've put 34 runs on the board together. There's no doubt that Taylor is a big fish for Pakistan. They can get Taylor now. West Indies are in real trouble. These two teams know each other pretty well. Well fielded. Excellently done. Diana Baig is a very good fielder.
Yeah, she bowled well. Not often you have your opening bowler at backward point. Well, that is very athletic. We heard
Was played at Leicester. She's very quick in the outfield. She can field at points. She can field on the boundaries too. And she's a very good boundary rider. Good support. They had good support as well in Perth, the Wacker. Boy from Jamaica, possibly. She proudly wears the shirt. Just the 4 singles from the over, 66 for 3.
Yeah, a large part of this tournament is obviously winning, but it's also learning and learning from your mistakes. Let's try and look at the change in where the women have been standing for the West Indies. Look how wide it was for the review. Compare that to Stefanie Taylor. She is running straight up the pitch. She is closer to the stumps. She has a good view of whether a ball's pitching in line or not.
Enough now. Stefanie Taylor at the toss said she felt she'd rather bat more under the lighter sky, and she felt that was the best time to bat. It is a good chasing ground though.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I think it's a good chasing ground as well. The outfield's very quick and someone can get away from you. Sometimes under lights as well, it just skids on nicely. I don't think we'll have any problem with dew, but I think it just may skid on a little bit.
Just talking up Diana Baig. There's a little misfield. How often that happens. Lifted away to the leg side. This is needed by the West Indies.
Yeah, and the misfield was costly because Campbell back on strike, and then Campbell has just smashed the next ball over mid-wicket for 6.
Good bat on that. All over the boundary rope. It was really needed. And for quite a long boundary too. She was a good boundary rider, but it was just too far over her head. Follows it up with the sweep shot and gets the single. It's good cricket. West Indies are just a little bit under pressure. They sailed through their first game. And they've had a really tough year leading into this T20 World Cup. Stefanie Taylor, they'll be hoping to lead her team well, get them out of the slump that they've been in, maybe a little low on confidence. Got to find it now. Gone slog to the leg side. That brings up the 50 partnership, ends the over 78 for 3.
Barney Taylor and Campbell did it well. In the first game, saw the team to victory against Thailand. Now, the final phase of the innings. Baig is back after an initial spell of 2 for 6. Can the West Indies accelerate to get themselves up to maybe 120?
Just a little floating delivery outside the off stump.
Stumps as well, which is very good. It's a top edge. Now I don't think it has enough on it, or does it? Oh, just. There's not a great deal of wind that would have helped that. The wind has died down.
Now Campbell, she saw it just erring on the line of the leg stump, had a great big swing across the line, got enough on it, just plopped over that 56-metre boundary, so it might be that she looks to target that side even more. Just with a bit of the breeze, it is going to take it over that boundary on that leg side. I can see her looking around there. She's just having a look to see where the fielders are. Diana's just actually brought that square leg player into a 45. It's dropped the player down to third man, so perhaps she's going to look to... It's interesting to me that Diana has got 5 players on the offside, because to me, Shemaine Campbell, I don't recall her playing a lot of shots on the offside, and she looks to me like she's looking to the leg side most of the time. But Diana's got most of her. She's got 5 fielders on the offside, only 4 on the leg, so Campbell might try and take advantage of that.
That is a top-class shot. It really is picking your spot based on the length in the field. Campbell is looking supreme.
Shot. Diana's trying to bowl wider outside the off stump, just dropped it.
Baig has cover straight down the ground on both sides. Nice change of pace. 13 off the over, 91 for 3.
Partnership has developed between Barney Taylor and Shemaine Campbell. Some lusty blows to 63.
We've had a lovely day here in Canberra. Started with bright sunshine in the first game between England and Thailand, double-header day. Now can the West Indies get over 120? 4 overs left in the innings. And Amin That low slingy arm. Of the bowler looking to dart it into the stumps. Can they review? Will they review? Yes, they've gone for a review. This could be interesting.
Director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Bad delivery. Okay, ball seems to be close to the bat. Can we check with Ultra Edge? Copy, yeah. Sean, we are waiting for Ultra Edge. Keep it rolling, please. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Gap between bat and ball. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Can you come back one frame, please, Kevin? Yeah. Keep going back. Keep going back. Bit more, please. Bit more. Bit more. Yeah. Bit more. One more frame back. One more frame. Yeah. Keep it going now. There's a clear gap between the ball and the glove. Keep it rolling up to the pads, please. Thank you. Definitely no bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Pitching in line, impact is in line, and wickets is hitting. I'll go back to Sean on field. Sean.
Campbelle goes after an attractive innings of 43 or 36 deliveries, 91 for 4. Comes to the crease to join the captain, Stefani Taylor, who's on 29 from 39. Shadi Nation still to come, and Shadi Nation actually in the last year has been the most prolific scorer in T20 internationals for the West Indies. Over 200 runs at an average of 26. Perhaps going to get much time at the crease. Off the mark, will come back for two. She's a good athlete. She gets there quite quickly, really is quick between the wickets.
Wow, Shemaine Campbell, she tried to play a reverse sweep. Probably unnecessary. She'd been playing so well. You see the jubilation from the Pakistani players. It was a good review. On their part. That's excellent bowl and get Dottin at this point of the innings.
struck reasonably firmly. Back to Anna. Oh, that was there for the taking. 94 for 4. Lovely view of the ground against that backdrop of sunset. The West Indies and Pakistan. Today, Pakistan in their first game of the tournament.
Just ran to think about the second, decided against, just reinforcing that 2 groups of 5 teams at this tournament, the top 2 teams from each pool, they go direct to the semi-final.
Battling for that place in the final. Be entertained by Katy Perry at the MCG as well. Just a single, perhaps.
Now if the West Indies go at 8 and over, that'll take them up to just under 120. That'll be a minimum for them, I'm suspecting. 10 and over from here, that'll take them up to 123. I think Stefani Taylor should prefer that total.
Signal a wide, difficult take the wicket keeper, but Henry did change feet. At the crease, so maybe it was a stumping chance. The feet did cross over.
Decided not to repair it.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is
Pretty
ticking,
much
but
just
there's no time
missed the
for
straight
me.
ones.
I've been flying from
Henry.
town to town.
She's only contributed 4 tonight. Takes the West Indies to 97 for 5.
Around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Shipping Nation, who's been West Indies' most prolific batsman in this format in the last 12 months, comes in with 2.5 overs to go. Should I say prolific batter?
umpire's call.
Your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. From London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
They did think about whether they'd review or not, decided not to in the end.
It's another boundary, or well-come boundary for the West Indies off the bat of the captain.
Just seeing the boundary check. Definitely going to be a 6. That was a little bit of a gimme for Stefanie Taylor. Just a low full toss on the...
Number 6. Good connection again from the West Indies captain.
At the right time in this over, Stefanie Taylor decided to come straight down the pitch. That's a great strike.
No, she doesn't drop many down a Baig. She's perhaps the best fielder out there. And in trying to repeat the dosage, Stefanie Taylor falls. It's another significant wicket for Pakistan.
Well, Pakistan, they'll be thrilled to get rid of Stefanie Taylor. Moved to feet again. She actually struck it really nicely, but Diana on the boundary. Very safe technique. Stefanie Taylor, she's played a very good hand today. Just wasn't able to bat right through. She's out for 43. The West Indies now 111 for 6.
Fletcher's come to the crease. She's not on strike as the batters crossed while the catch was being taken. Shadeen Nation faces up. Will they get 2 or will it be 1 down? And a Baig is quick. She's got a good arm. Could be trouble. 2 too difficult a throw for the bowler to collect.
I think at this point of the innings that the West Indies have to try for that second run. Swatted away by Shadeen Nation. That's the end of the 19th over. There's one to go. West Indies are 114 for 6.
Last over of the innings, 114 for 6 here. Rate of scoring spot on. A run a ball. Nation gets through, they're going back, this could be tight. Another difficulty for the keeper. Nation would have been well gone.
Wow, she's chancing her arm. You said she was a good athlete. She's backing herself. She knows it's a risk, but feels that it's worth taking it at this stage of the innings.
That discussion from that West Indies group would be about bowling.
She was determined to smash it over extra cover. In actual fact, it's gone down to third man, valuable 4 runs.
Nation is coming back. And she gets there. Very, very good aggressive running. I think Fletcher's home at the other end as well. Excellent running.
Yeah, Nation, she's really putting the pressure on the Pakistani fielders. As the non-striker, you can see her take off. Really quick turn, and she's off again. Terrific example of running as the non-striker, supporting the striker.
Nation is wasted down there. I really think Shadeen Nation should be batting higher up, even throw in at the top. To me, a better player than Leanne Kirby. Too far across, and the wicket falls. Fletcher's gone, looking to try to keep a tempo going.
Well, she might have been looking to try and keep the tempo going, just about playing that shot from point. So all that's happened is that she's slowed the momentum. The new batsman's got one ball to face, Afi Fletcher. A valuable 6 from only 3 balls. West Indies are 123 for 7. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
orbit.
Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on
Doesn't quite.
we'll go,
But they get one.
through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Small rollers signaled for by the umpire. That means Pakistan like the look of the surface. And now final words, there'll be of reinforcement before they get back to the dugout and strap the pads on.
Yes, good to see them in a huddle there. I think that they've been pretty happy overall to have restricted the West Indies to just over 6 and over. They'll be fancying their chances to come out and play positively, play sensibly. I think they'll be feeling like they've done a good job today.
I was impressed again with their bowling, some of their fielding, or one or two little errors, run-outs that could have taken place, but generally they look a functional bowling attack who have grown from strength to strength.
Yes, I'd agree, and I thought they had good plans to a lot of the players as well. Dottin, it was a perfect example. Stefani Taylor, and she's such a valuable player for the West Indies, 43 of 47. Campbelle, she scored more than a runner ball, 43, and they were the main contributors along with Leanne Kirby up the top to get to their total of 124.
2 wickets for Diana Baig. Showed great control, excellent control. Couple of early wickets, a couple to Anwer and Nida as well, with all her experience. But quite a disciplined performance for most part of this innings. Yeah, I think Pakistan reasonably happy. You'd ask them to take 124 at the start, they'd have taken it. Let's hear from Nasser Hussain.
Yeah, I'm here with Diana. Diana, well bowled, 4 overs, 2 for 19. You must be pleased with the way you bowled.
I was when I bowled 3 overs. I was happy, but the way I bowled my last over, it was not good. So I'm not happy with that.
3 overs in the power play. Is that what you normally do, or is it just because you were bowling so well?
Maybe I was bowling so well at that time. I was normally never bowl 3 overs in a power play.
You had to wait a long time to enter this competition. First delivery, you get a wicket. How thrilled were you with that?
Yeah, it's a big contest. I was quite nervous and quite excited. So I was just thinking to bowl on my area. So when I bowled my first bowl and I got a wicket, I was very happy.
Now, you personally pride yourself on your fielding. How do you think? As a team, you fielded?
As a team, we fielded well, but we did mistakes. Even I did mistakes a couple of times today. So as a team, we need to improve our ground fielding a little more.
Where she wants to be, no matter who she is, no matter where she lives, because through cricket, we can build strength, community, equality, a future. That's why UNICEF and the ICC are empowering girls through cricket. Your donation today will fund UNICEF programs like this to build women like these.